Hi, my name is Catherine and I talk about reducing waste by making instead of buying. And in today's video I'm going to be making another Sunday meal prep video. I'm going to be making only vegetarian meals this week, and I'm also going to prep a lot of snacks. And that's about it, so let's start. Also, it's 12:30 and hopefully I'll be able to quickly do this meal prep. I started by making these simple crackers with some spices and olive oil because the dough needs to rest for a while in the fridge, and thought I would get this out of the way and prep the crackers while I'm doing everything else.
What's there to say? There's nothing but space in between you and I. It's okay that we change, but it feels kinda strange that you're not in my life. You're the only one that saves me when I'm alone. You're the only love.
Then, to make the most out of my oven, and since I'm using it a lot, I'm going to roast some sweet potatoes, and that's it. I just chop them up and season with salt and a little bit of pepper.
One more time. I should have told you that I loved you. One more time.
I had a huge red cabbage, and I usually use red cabbage in salads, but since it was so cold, I didn't feel like eating cold food. Every time that it's winter and people talk about cold salads, I just cold. So what I did was to try to make the most out of this red cabbage, and I decided to cook with some apples which needed to be used up as well. As you can see, some of them had already started to go bad, which is something that I don't like, but totally being honest here with you. And since I was chopping everything and prepping everything, I also chopped one onion. It was the only one that I had, so and I also chopped up the mushrooms. I left the beans to soak overnight in the previous day, and about 1 hour before doing everything else, so basically when the video starts, I put them to cook. And now I'm just going to let the apples cook with the onions for a while, and then I added the red cabbage. I bought this sauce by mistake, thought it was mirin, but it's mirin with corn syrup added to it. And since I was going with the sweeter cabbage flavor, I went ahead and added it because now I really want to use this up. I started to make the split pea stew. I had split peas in my pantry for a while and I didn't use them, and thought I would try this Ethiopian recipe that I saw online. I'm going to be 100% honest with you. I was not a huge fan of it, although the red cabbage was a nice addition to this dish, and it really complemented the other flavors of this stew. I do this all the time, and I try out recipes that I don't know if I will like, and this is just me experimenting, and that's something that I really enjoy doing, because how would I know if I liked something if I didn't try it first? And let me know in the comment section if you have any recipes that you like using split peas, because I still have some left and I want to use them. I also cooked the quinoa, which will be the side for the stew, and to get it out of the way.
Baby, it's 2:30 and I should probably head back home, but I'm afraid to be alone. What do I need to do to get some time with you? I'd rather be half involved and missing all of you. Drinking till the sun comes up, better than feeling like I need your love. Dancing till my legs go numb, till I go numb. Dancing till my legs go numb, till I go numb.
The cracker dough had some time to rest in the fridge, and I rolled it and cut the dough and put it in the oven right after the sweet potatoes were done, and that way I could make the most out of my oven. I like to do this to save as much as electricity as I can. If you don't have a lot of pans, sometimes meal prepping will be more difficult. I had to use up a frying pan to cook my mushrooms and then add the mushrooms to the black-eyed bean pan. It's a bit weird, but I got it done, and that's what matters, and it still tasted fine. It just... you do what you can with what you have.
Till my legs go numb. Till I go numb. Dancing till my legs go numb.
And while everything was left to cook, I started to make a peanut butter cake. I wanted to use up this peanut butter that my mom gave me. It was a bit salty for me, so that's usually my rule. If I don't like something, I make a cake out of it and try to hide it somehow. I found this super simple recipe from a guy that does Depression era and older recipes. I love this channel and I'm glad that I found it. You should check him out. I will leave his channel URL down below. Next time I make this peanut butter bread cake of sorts, I would mix just a little bit of the milk with the peanut butter, because mixing everything together was a bit of a pain and it was not worth it. The amount of time I tried to mix these together. I did get a bit distracted with everything else, so the crackers got a little bit burned, but that's okay. Since I needed the pan, I put the quinoa in the containers after it was cooked, and then I used the same pan and I didn't even wash it. I just went directly and used this pan to make some rice.
What's there to say? There's nothing but space in between you and I. It's okay that we change, but it feels kinda strange that you're not in my life. You're the only one that saves me when I'm alone. You're the only love that I've ever known. But we turn into a flower that never grows. I was hiding like the moon, like that never shows. I should've told you that I loved you. One more time, one more time, one more time.
The sweet potatoes were so good that I ate half of them while I was cooking everything else, and that's why you should not be super hungry while you are cooking, because the sweet potatoes had to be eaten. So we basically only had sweet potatoes left for lunch. Oh, it was not really going to the meal prep side of things. Our lunch was really good, and the sweet potatoes gave it a really nice touch that I missed when I ate the leftovers. So definitely, if you try to make these, use the sweet potatoes and don't eat them all, please. All of these made about 9 meals, plus the red cabbage. I also ate it for other things to add to other meals, plus the snacks. And I really like the peanut butter cake. It's really nice to eat with some butter or something else. I think that it's called perhaps a bread, even though it has sugar on it, but I think in English it's mostly known as a bread because it's like banana bread, I guess. So this was my meal prep, and as you can see, the kitchen looks like a mess and a war zone. That happened. Honestly, it was a little bit stressful today because there was a lot of parallel things going on and I didn't have enough pans to do what I had to do. But I have here some meals and I hope you enjoyed this video. Please hit that like button and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.